Hello friends, here I am going to explain the program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not in C++. See, for that first you must know what is Armstrong number. See the logic first. The example of Armstrong number is 153. Now why it is called as Armstrong number? Because we can say any number as an Armstrong number if sum of cubes of digits of that number is the number itself. Here suppose we try to do this 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, then we will get the number itself, that is 153. Let us check. 1 cube is 1 plus 5 cube is 125 and 3 cube is 27. Then you will get the 153 number. That's why this number is called as a Armstrong number. Now in C++, how we can do this program? First we have to accept that number from user and then we will check whether that number is Armstrong or not. Let the accepted number is n. Okay. Now first we have to see the logic for that Armstrong number. Here we will consider that n is 153 and then we will see the logic. Now here we have to just do this thing, means we have to just add the cubes of digits. That's why first we have to separate each and every digit like this. Here first we can separate these 3 from this n using this technique like n modulus 10. See, modulus operator always gives us remainder. Getting? That's why if we try to divide this 153 by 10, then we will get remainder here 3. That's why initially we can write like this: d is equals to n modulus 10. Means what? D is a variable. Here we will take one variable d and inside that we will store each and every digit one by one. Here we will try to separate the last digit always. Okay, and we will just form the remaining number as a new number. Okay, how? See, here initially we will do like this: d equals to n modulus 10. In this process we will get d as a 3 because 153 modulus 10. Here modulus operator will give us remainder. Always remember, remainder means, see, 10, 153 modulus 10 divide by 10. We will do first 10 ones are 10, 5, 10 5s are 50. That's why here remainder is 3. See, modulus operator always gives us remainder and division operator will give us quotient. That's why here we will get the last digit using this technique. Now next thing is, here we have 3 in d. That's why we have to do 3 cube. Okay, and that 3 cube we have to add in any variable. Let us assume that that variable is a sum. Okay, now initially value of sum we have to initialize to 0. Some variable initially we will initialize to 0 and inside that sum we will add d cube. Okay, how we can write this in this way: sum equal to sum plus d into d into d. Okay, in this statement what we are doing, we are just calculating d cube and then we will add that d cube inside sum. Now initially value of sum is 0. Okay, initially value of sum is 0. That's why sum equal to 0 plus d cube means d is 3. That's why 3 into 3 into 3. Here we will get 27 inside sum variable after this execution. Now next thing, now we have to just separate this 5 digit. But if n is 153, then we cannot separate this 5 digit from that. That's why we have to modify that number. First we will modify in this way: see, n equals to n divided by 10. In this process what will happen? See, we know whenever we divide any number by 10, then we will get this 15 here. Means if we try to divide that 153 by 10, then what will be the quotient? 15. Always integer part only we will consider. Division operator will always gives us quotient. That's why inside n we will get value 15 after execution of this statement. Now n is 15. That's why again suppose we apply the same logic, Then at second time inside here D we will get 5 value, and now we will repeat the same thing again. How? Sum equal to sum plus D cube, means D into D into D. Here sum is 27, whatever previous sum it will take for the next calculation. That's why sum plus D cube means 5 cube, 5 into 5 into 5. That's why here you will get 5 cube means 125 and 27, that is 152. Getting? Now here again we will modify this thing, that is n equal to n divided 10. Now n will be 1, because 15 divided by 10 we will get quotient 1. Again same thing we will repeat, and we will get sum plus 1 into 1 into 1, because 1 modulus 10 we will get 1 next time. Getting? Now in this way we will get the output, and finally see, whenever 1 into 1 into 1, that is 1 cube will gets added inside sum, then we will get output like 153. Now n equals to n divided 10. Now n is 1 divided 10 we will get 0, means finally n will become 0. Getting? In this process, suppose we are repeating this process, here this logic means still n is greater than 0 or not equal to 0, we have to repeat this task again and again. This logic we will apply in this Armstrong number program, because here we have to find out sum of cubes of digits of that number, and if that sum is equal to the number itself, then we can say that the number is Armstrong number. Getting? Now here see, initially n is 153, but at the end of this process n will become 0. That's why we have to match that sum, because this number is 153 initially, but now the number is 0 and sum is 153. We cannot match this sum with the original number, because in this process the number has modified, number will become 0 in this process. That's why initially take one more variable, that n1, and store that number inside that n1, and then we can match that n1 with sum. Finally if both matches, then we can say that the number is Armstrong number. If not, then say there like print there that number is not a Armstrong number. How to write the program? Let us see. Let's remember, first statement of the program should be the comment. Here we are using single line comment style. Program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Program to check for Armstrong number. Anything you can write, but it should be meaningful. Initially we have to include the header files, iostream.h. Here you can write iostream. If you are using any advanced compiler like dev C++, then write here hash include iostream instead of iostream.h. Here I am considering I am using that turbo C++ editor. Okay. Next, conio.h also you can include for clear screen. If you are using any advanced compiler, don't use this conio.h, just write there using namespace std statement. Now we will start the main function. Here first thing is you have to declare the variables. See, here we have to accept the number from user. That's why we will declare here one variable that is of type integer, that is n. Here in this n variable we will accept the number. Okay. Now the next thing is, here we have to separate the digit. For that d variable we will declare. Next thing, sum. We will calculate the sum of cubes. That's why sum variable we will declare. Initially it is 0. Okay. Now that's it, and one more n1 for last final comparison. Okay, n1. Now first we have to accept the number from user. Whenever you want to accept anything from user, before that you have to give message to the user that enter that number like this. Okay. Now using cout statement we can do that, /n enter any number. Okay. Now C in that number, C in n. That's it. Now here we have accepted that number from user. Now we have to check whether that is Armstrong or not. Before that we have to just calculate the sum of cubes of digits, and for that we have to do that task, whatever separation of digit, doing sum and just changing the number, modifying the number. That process we have to repeat number of times. That's why here we will use loop. Okay, up to which point we have to repeat that task? Up to means till n is not equal to 0 or n is greater than 0, we have to repeat the task. That's why here in while we will write like this, c n greater than 0. While n greater than 0, do this task. Whenever n will become 0, stop this. Means this condition will become false and control will automatically come out of that loop. Now while n greater than 0, here you can also write while n not equal to 0. Okay, again you can write while n also. Now here what should be done? First separate the digit like d equals to n modulus 10. Then do the sum equal to sum plus d cube. And finally modify the number like n equals to n divided by 10. What will happen? First digit we have separated using modulus 10. Here always we will get the last digit. Then that last digit cube we have done and added inside some variable, and then we have modified that number. Means last digit whatever we have separated, the remaining number we will get using division operator. That will be the quotient. And again we will do the same task repeatedly till n greater than 0. Now after this finally we will get the sum of cubes of digits in this sum variable. And now we have to just compare that with the n itself, but n is now 0 because of this process, and that's why we will store that n inside n1 also. That's why just write n1 equal to n before doing this process. Now in n1 we have the original number that we can compare with sum. Now just write that statement like if sum equal to n1, if both matches then we can display here the number is Armstrong number, otherwise number is not Armstrong number. That's it. See out Armstrong number, and else not a Armstrong number. Getting? That's it. This is only the program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Okay, first we have just declared the variables, n for accepting the number, d for separating the digits, sum for calculation of sum of cubes of digits, n1 is for storing the original number for final comparison. Now enter any number, this message will get displayed onto the output screen. After that user will enter that number that we have to store inside n. That's why we have written here c in n. Now n1, inside n1 again we are just copying the same number because in this process n will get modified, and here using this loop we can calculate the sum of cubes of digits. First separate the digit, do the cube, add it to sum and just modify the number itself. Again do the same process till n greater than 0. Whenever n will become 0 means what? At the end you will have sum of cubes of all the digits. All the digits has now finished. And after closing this while, finally you can check that sum with n1. If both the matches, here compulsory remember you have to use double equal to. Double equal to operator is for comparison. It is equality operator. And if you use here single equal to, then you will always get this Armstrong number message. Why? Because that is assignment operator. That's why keep in mind, use double equal to. If both matches, then just display the number is Armstrong number with the help of cout statement, else not Armstrong number. Getting? This is just a logic to check whether, this is just a C++ program to check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Getting? To learn more, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.